So Jason Tatum just won the NBA Finals, unfortunately, as a Laker fan, and accomplished this all under the age of 27. So what I have for you today, I need you to name me the NBA players with the most playoff points before the age of 27. That sounds pretty easy, right? The best players scoring the most points at a young age, right? That's going to be some of the best players in the league. There are some surprising names, but for the most part, that's very easy names. So what I did and what I'm going to make you guys do, I'm going to need you to pinpoint your guess, not just the team, but the spot, the points. All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is the youngest players under the age.
Under the age of 27. Did I not say that in the intro?
Okay. No, you did.
You
I
did.
just,
Okay.
I wanted to double check. It's midnight, bro.
Yeah, it's midnight for him, his time. We're in 3 different time zones, so it's 10 p.m. for me, 11 for Cam. Cam worked the morning shift this morning. Zach just got off a late shift, so we're all over the place. But we're here because we love you guys. We're here doing this trivia for you. I put the games in how many games they did these points. If you guys want some help, I will let you guys have calculators so you can see their points per game averages. If you want to do like their points divided by the games. Cam, I know that won't be a problem for you since you stole my calculator. I know you have one.
Hey man, let's not talk about it.
Winner will be first to 13 points.
Zach, I'm gonna go first.
That's fine.
Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, there's one guy who holds just about every record. I'm gonna say 92 games, 2,578 points. Is none other than Lebanon James. Give me LeBron Bon.
Lebanon. Yes, LeBron Bon is on the board. LeBron, Lebanon, whatever you said, is on the board for the Cavs.
This is all time, correct?
All time, yes.
That makes it tough for someone. Okay. I mean, obviously, one between two when you see some of these logos. He was scoring a little bit more than his running mate was, especially back in those days when he was with the team. 2,109 points. Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm going to say that is Kevin Durant.
That is Kevin Durant. 50-50, but obviously, yeah, Kevin Durant was much more the scorer, so he lands it correctly. Zach's on the board.
Woo!
Are there any duplicates on this list, Armand?
No. If they were with multiple teams, it's just whatever team they scored the most points with.
The most?
Yeah,
Okay.
under the age of 27.
So LeBron's not Miami.
I mean, I don't think he got there till he was, I think he just turned 28 when he got there.
Yeah, that's not who I was thinking of anyway.
I think I know who he was thinking of.
There's a couple.
I'm gonna
It's
go for
50-50
that
balls.
other Cleveland Cavalier. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Milwaukee Bucks one. 1655. Give me Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That is not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, unfortunately.
I'm too tired for this shit, man. God damn it.
Okay.
Here come the games.
I mean, the most logical answer for me in my head, if it's not that one, then I'm going to take a shot and say it's the 1,325.1. I'm going to say that one is Lou Alcindor.
That one is Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
This motherfucker. This motherfucker.
The thing that made him so much lower on the list, he did it in only 46 games, but he did play 4 years of college because that was required back then. So yeah, that's why he didn't play as many games. But his averages were very high if you do the math. I think it's like 30 something.
Jesus. Okay. I'm going to look at that Miami Heat one since he's one of the youngest finals winners. Mr. Flash.
By Mr. Flash, you mean Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade, spell wrong.
I did spell his wrongly spelled name correctly on the board here. It is Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne.
He was there longer. He got there a year after KD, so I think that's why the games are just a little bit shorter. I can't remember if Seattle actually made the playoffs or not. KD's rookie year, that was so long ago. The other Oklahoma City Thunder, that 1544, I'm going to say is the Brody himself, Mr. Russell Westbrook.
That is Russell Westbrook. I did initially think the game difference was because he was younger. It's actually because he just got hurt in one of the playoff runs and he missed 9 games. But yeah, I thought that was the one you were going to go to last round, Cam. The Heat one was a little risky.
I did too. I was going to take the Heat one if he didn't.
For that Orlando Magic one, the other player it could be did not play in the playoffs nearly as much. That is none other than the Diesel.
The Diesel is correct. One of the few that had multiple teams on here, the Magic and the Lakers before he was 27, but did score more with the Magic before the age of 27.
That Dallas Mavericks one, that 1546, 50 games, means he's averaging around 30. I don't think Dirk was doing that. He could have been, but maybe not as much. I think that is the current under 27-year-old Luka Doncic.
That is the current under 27-year-old Luka Doncic.
Jeez, bro. He's scoring like he's what, 25? He could be on the top of this list by the time he's 27.
Could very well be. Yeah, I mean, he's only played 50 games. He's on pace. If he played 100, he would break 3,000.
Yeah, if he played the
That's
same amount as
crazy.
number one, he would be head and shoulders above everybody else.
Well, that makes my next choice very easy. For that 1332 Mavericks, I'm going to say that is Judman Jesus.
It is German Jesus. It is Dirk Nowitzki. Good response.
Man, 52 games. That's a lot.
Oh,
I'm looking at
okay.
that Cleveland one. 52 games is a lot. They really weren't winning in his early stages of his career. I don't feel very confident about that one, so I might stay away from that. Pinpointing this is going to make it impossible.
No, I mean, you guys have been doing well so far.
I feel comfortable about this one. I'm looking at that Denver Nuggets 53 games. It was 24 points, so 53 seems like it's a lot to be like Michael Porter, Jamal Murray. I'm going to say that that is three-time MVP Nikola Jokic.
That is not Nikola Jokic. Was not making the playoffs that much early in his career.
Yeah.
Bit of a late bloomer.
I'm going to follow that one up. That's going to be
Gonna be.
Carmelo Anthony.
That's not Carmelo Anthony either. Mr. First round exit
Wow.
did not play enough games, unfortunately.
He didn't 2-point it. That's what's crazy. I have more names, but like, oh my God,
There's
bro. I don't.
100% easier ones on the board.
64 games is a lot, similar to why it wasn't Jokic. I'm not going to go with who I originally had in my head for the Milwaukee Bucks one. I believe he played there. 1,655 point Milwaukee Buck. I'm going to go with Oscar Robertson.
It's not Oscar Robertson. I mean, he played.
That isn't who I thought it was. Yeah.
Oscar Robertson, when he was young, he played with the Kings. Much later was with the Bucks.
I couldn't remember which one he started with. I'm not going to lie.
But that actually is who I was going to target next is the Bucks. I'm going to say that is Sidney Moncrief.
That is not Sidney Moncrief.
Is it really that easy? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think we're both down to one more name, unless you might have a couple more. If it's an old head, then I wasn't bound to get that anyways. TYG, trust your gut. Is it really that easy? No way he played 64 games, though. There's no way. There's zero way he played in 64 games.
I don't know.
No, it cannot be.
Go to another one then.
I know I'm going to have to. The Spurs, 122 games. He was winning championships by the time he got there, so he was going to the playoff runs a lot. That equals out to about 18 points a game, so not crazy. So that kind of fits up his alley. I'm going to say that top right Spur is the big fundamental Tim Duncan.
It is not the big fundamental Tim Duncan.
God, bro.
I knew that would happen.
Okay. For that Bucks one, I'm just going to say it is that easy. Give me Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What do we say, man? We say trust your gut. Zach, you should have trusted your gut. That is Giannis Antetokounmpo. It really is just that easy. You guys are
There's no way he played
complicating
in
this.
64 games, bro.
He played
There's
in
no way he
64 games.
64 games.
He did.
I should have just ripped it.
Yeah, you should have.
I think you
Okay.
guys are underestimating how young the guys come into this league. Year 27, that's like year 8 for a lot of these guys now who are coming out of college 1 year. Whereas a lot of the older names are going to be like, 3-4 years of college. And I will also help you out a little bit. This is what I was going to say at the beginning. I didn't want to give you too much. They did not play as many playoff games back in the day.
Yeah. So that makes me believe that a lot of these guys are going to be more current. If Giannis could play 64 games by the time he's 27, that makes me feel good about a lot of these, especially one of these guys that came into the league young and was kind of a late bloomer, but he started scoring in bunches when it was his turn. I'm going to say that 1270, 64 games, Golden State Warrior, Steph Curry.
It is not Steph Curry. I knew that was coming, but did not make the playoffs enough early in his career.
hard.
It's
This
not.
isn't that
If I
hard.
didn't do the pinpoints, it wouldn't have been hard at all. If I didn't do the pinpoints, there's literally one hard name on the list, and I 2-pointed it.
For the 1309, 37 games, he mainly won when he was older. I'm going to say that's Michael Jordan.
That is Michael Jordan. Was not making the playoffs that much. That's why he only made 37 games, but in 37 games scored 1,300, which is a crazy amount. I don't even know what the averages on that is, but it's like 35 probably.
Yeah, 35. I don't even know anymore, man.
There is another bowl.
It should be who I have in my head. 1407. 80, bro, but 81 games is a lot. And that's not that many points for 81 games. None of these feel good anymore. But that 1363, 45 games, I mean, that's like 30 points a game. He was scoring big numbers. 76ers, let me get Joel Embiid.
I mean, for a guy that missed the first 2 years of his career because of injury and then going through trust the process, did not make enough playoff games to make it here.
I'm
makes
going to
sense.
say Philadelphia 76er is actually Charles Barkley.
Not Charles Barkley either. So, Zach, you get another chance here.
There's two names, but I think he kind of alluded to it when he said they weren't playing that many games back in the day. So that kind of pushes me away from Dr. J. So if you did that on purpose, You're rude. Other name I have, I'm looking for Allen Iverson.
That is Allen Iverson. Dr. J would have been a rough guess because before the age of 27, a lot of that he was in the ABA, not the NBA. So
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Zach is finally back on the board. Cam, you're up.
His team was winning games as soon as he got in the league, and that's why 1507, 77 games for the Rockets. I'm going to say that's Hakeem the Dream.
Hakeem is not the answer for that one. I thought he might have been there, but he was not on the list. Not too far off, but again, I think, let me look it up, but I think he played multiple years of college.
Usually by now we have the number one answer out. I mean, I have a name in my head. I just don't know why it would be. I honestly don't know why it wouldn't be, because Armand kind of gave us the reasons on why we were doing this list. And he said that this guy holds the record. Is it really that easy? Is 27-11 that top Celtic? Is that the reason why we're doing this list? Is that Jason Tatum?
I did not say he held the record. Part of my spiel was just that he won the championship at such a young age.
Oh.
But that is part of the reason we are doing it, because I knew that he topped the list. It is Jason Tatum.
Okay.
But no, I did not give the answer away before we started.
Well, I'm going to double back on the Rockets one. I'm going to say that is James Harden.
That is James Harden. Some of those points come with OKC, but about 1,000 of them come with Houston.
There's so many dudes that it could be for every single one of them. 81 games is a lot of games. So this dude was going on the playoffs very, very early in his career. That kind of pushes me away from D Rose. He had a couple good years. He had his MVP year, and then he got hurt. The guy that makes the most sense came into the league in 87, and they were winning right away when he got there. He made an immediate impact. I'm going to say that that's Michael Jordan's running mate, Scottie Pippen.
That is MJ's running mate. It is Scottie Pippen. There you go.
Is it bad that I was thinking about saying Joakim Noah for that one?
That's horrible.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
I'm going to say that 14, 32, 87 games. That is none other than Manu Ginobili.
That is not Manu Ginobili.
I've had this answer in my head from the start. It's just there's 4 Lakers on the board, and that scares me. Placing them is like anywhere that they could be, and they're not far off, especially 1 and 2, like with 102, 119 games. 119 games. It's not that many points. I mean, it's 22. That's a lot of games. Kobe came into the league very, very early in his career. At like, what was he, 17? His parents had to sign his first contract with him because he wasn't a legal adult. I'm going to say that that was enough to get him 119 by the time he turned 27. Give me Kobe being at the 26-94 slot.
Yeah, 3 championship runs and then, another finals run gets you quite a bit of games under your belt before the age of 27. It is Kobe Bean, and his averages are a little low because in those first 2 years he was coming off the bench for them. Zach takes the lead. Cam, can you tie it back up?
I'm going to say that 1872, 100 games, averages about to a little over 18 points. I mean, he was finals MVP as a rookie. Give me Magic Johnson.
How confident you feel?
Very confident.
Very confident. Okay. That one is Magic Johnson. Good placement. Good placement.
Yeah.
I keep going back to the fact that they didn't play that many games when they were back in the day. Like we guessed Carmelo, we guessed Jokic for the Nuggets. So that makes me think it's not guys like Alex English. I feel like that's wrong because it's a lot of games. I'm going to say that that's more of a recent guy. It wasn't Melo. I'm going to say that Nuggets is Jamal Murray.
It is Jamal Murray.
No,
It
freaking.
is-
That's like 24 points a game.
God,
Yeah,
bro.
it is Jamal Murray. He's
Dude, there's no
He's
way.
putting up 24 points per game. Like he had like
Wow.
so many.
When
All right,
I
bro.
seen that average, I'm like, that's definitely not
I got
Jamal
my confidence
Murray.
back. I got my confidence back, bro. I'm throwing these names out. I don't give a damn no more. That felt so wrong.
They came into the
16
league
months.
around the same time, and since then they've been in the playoffs just about every year. 1911, 105 games. Give me Mr. JB.
You didn't see the other Celtic, did you, huh? But maybe that helped you out. I don't know if you did see that other one, but you did place Jaylen Brown correctly. That is Jaylen Brown up there in 1911.
And I did see that other Celtic.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Your reasoning, I thought you were going to go with a different player because when you were saying that, I thought of somebody as well, and I was like, he's going to take him. I was not looking at the Celtic. It wasn't Curry. Draymond wasn't a scorer. My thought was you were going to go with that Golden State Warrior. Came in 2011. Curry came in 09. I'm going to say that 1271 is Klay Thompson.
And that 2-year difference is the reason why he's on this list and Steph is not. It is Klay Thompson.
That makes so much sense.
And plus, Curry had to play a couple more years of college at Davidson.
Thompson wasn't a one and done.
Yeah, but Curry played 3 years, I think.
He played what, 2?
I'm not sure, actually.
Yeah, he might have done all 4, honestly.
No
He's
shot.
at Wazoo, bro. He wasn't getting a big pick out of Wazoo in his first 2 years.
Markelle Fultz got picked number 1 out of Washington, bro.
Yeah, well, he was the best player Well, he's the second best. We already said I think Lonzo was the best player in college.
Well, obviously, it was Jason Tatum, the one who tops this list, was obviously the best player that year. In hindsight, obviously. What do you mean,
I'm looking at another Celtic. Everybody that really won like that, there wasn't as many playoff games. And then a guy I think of recently, he didn't win his championship till he was in about his 30s. I'm going to say that third Celtic one is actually Marcus Smart.
I don't hate that guess. That's a really good one that I did not think about because that is not the correct answer, but that's a really good guess.
The number 4 answer is still there, and it wasn't Tim Duncan. First rip off, if it wasn't Tim Duncan, my first thought was George Gervin because he was an all-time scorer. But a lot of these old guys didn't play many games back then. 122 games is a lot. I mean, I know David Robinson was good early in his career, but also was a little bit older when he got into the league. I'm going to say that that is the best French player to ever touch a basketball in NBA history. That is Tony Parker.
Rudy Gobert. Oh. My bad.
The answer to the 2300 and the answer to which one is the best Frenchman of all time is Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
I don't know, man. It might be Mr. Gobert.
Definitely not.
It's not.
You need to start hitting on some, Cam. Falling behind. It's 11-9, Zach.
That 14. No. Matter of fact, for that 1649 Lakers, rest in peace. I'm going to say that is the logo.
Great job switching at the last second. That is the logo, Jerry West. And I believe, if you can do the math for me, I want to see, but I believe that is like 31 points
30
per
points
game.
per game.
Yeah, it is Jerry West.
This is tough because they weren't winning. Nobody else was really good early on in their careers like that, like they were, like this guy was. It's been the name I had in my head from the start, so we're just going to throw it out there. 1243, number 26 person on this list. I'm going to say that that is Uncle Drew Kyrie Swervin.
I cannot believe he lasted this long. I don't know who else it would be for the Cavs that wouldn't be 2-pointed. It is Kyrie Irving. I thought he would have been gone so long ago.
Who the f is that? That's not Kyrie Irving.
That is Kyrie Irving. Don't blame me. That's blame Stat Muse, but that is the picture for Kyrie.
That's Tyreek Blevins. I don't know who that is.
That ain't Ramadan Reed.
He didn't have the beard back then.
That is not unvaccinated Kyrie Irving.
Okay, all right.
Thinking about that Celtics one, I got another name that I didn't think about, but the points match 1336. Give me Chris Paul.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, my favorite point guard, Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul, man. What's up, man?
Who?
You ain't Chris Paul?
Nah, who are you?
I was very confused. Have you not seen the meme, Zach?
No.
Rajon Rondo hates being called Chris Paul, so people call him Chris Paul just to piss him off. It is Rajon Rondo. Oh, I mean, it is Chris Paul.
Yes, Chris Paul. Let's go. I knew it.
All right, Zach,
Okay,
you can put him
I need
away
this.
right now. You can put him away right now
this.
with the correct answer. Lakers, Spurs, or if you want to try the Sonics, but I'd recommend not.
There's no chance. There's no chance I would get the Sonics.
No.
I'm looking at that Spurs one, man. It wasn't Manu. I don't think it's Duncan. This comes out to about 16 points per game. I'm surprised he's not on this list because, I mean, he was getting buckets early on in his career. But he also did do all 4 years at Wake Forest because he got his degree. So he came into the league a little bit later. I mean, when you think about the guys that were on those squads, you think about the young guys that they had. There was one young guy that the league feared. I mean, injuries just started to consume him. So his legacy's starting to fall off. 16 points a game is great for role player numbers because he was like the third option offensively. I'm going to say that that one is Kawhi Leonard.
Big old yap session to get to the answer, but that is the correct answer, so I'm glad you talked through it. It is Kawhi Leonard, and Zach wins today's trivia.
Hey, just for my sanity, is that Sonics one? Is that Deadlift Shrimp?
That's what I was thinking.
It is not Deadlift Shrimp, no.
Okay.
Sean Kemp,
It's not Sean Kemp either. I'm telling you, it's a hard name.
Gary Payton.
Gary Payton.
Tom Chambers.
That's not bad, but I think Tom Chambers went to them later. I can't remember.
Richard Lewis.
No, you guys are not going to get it. The Sonic is Gus Williams.
What the fuck?
I told
That's
you.
like
Guys.
that's like a 12-pointer.
Oh no, wait. Is Elgin was the first in my mind.
No, too many games.
Pau Gasol.
No, Powell played for the Grizzlies. They sucked.
How old was Derek Fisher when he was with you guys?
He'd have
Options.
to be
Was it Derek
averaging
Fisher?
20, Zach, for that to be Derek Fisher.
Yeah, no, it's not Derek Fisher.
James Worthy.
It is James Worthy.
Old ass names, man.
It's not that old. That's Magic time.
Why is Tim Duncan not on this list?
Tim Duncan did play all 4 years at Wake Forest.
That's okay. So I was right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, he was old when he got to the league.
Thank you for joining us for this late night session. If that's why some of us seem lethargic, that's why. But we appreciate you. You're on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button if you want more content from us. Join the Discord if you want to join the community. We hope to see you there. And yeah, we hope to see you in our next video as well. Later.